Hello, Collector. So today I want to be talking about Kinalite Kingdom, some of the pros and cons of their early access release, and things I think they can improve on for their future, like full release of the game. I'm going to start first with the benefits because it is a early beta, and I want to give the devs some pointers and ways they can maybe improve the game before I move on to the cons. I'm going to have everything all laid out in chapters because I want to make everything all nice and fancy. So first, one of the things I really love about Kinalite Kingdom is the UI. The UI, as you can see here, is very, very nice. One of my favorite UIs. Actually, it is my favorite UI of all the Roblox Monster Catcher games. I do think that there's some things they can fix though, like this found in. They should just drop this down a bit and put it like right here and found in like Affinity Park or something like that. I don't think it needs this word salad of caught in the Affinity Park demo or given for early beta. It should just literally be like found in starter loom or starter Kinalite or something like that. But I do really like the UI. I think the UI looks amazing. It really reminds me of Pixelmon with like right here and then Pixelmon Minecraft being also like right here. I do really like that. So another UI that I really like here is the battle UI. It really reminds me of Legends Arceus, which I know Sora said in one of his streams that he kind of wants to replicate. You got a few different options here. So you got the dynamic, which is Legends Arceus style, zoom, which zooms in on the Kinalites using their attack. So here obviously is the Crane Edge, and over on the other side will be Zulon. So basically just zoom in on the guy you're targeting. It's not really my favorite. I think that it should be able to flip between the both of them, but then you also got Classic, which is like traditional Pokemon. We're going to go ahead and throw our basic seal at them. Um, Overall, I do really like the UI in general. I do think that the UI is the game's strongest point, in my opinion. Another thing I really love about this game is the open world aspect. By that I mean like you can run into Lumians or I'm sorry, Kinalites in the open. So like right here you got the crab guy. Oh, the crab guy is my guy. But here you got this like bird walking around. Over here you got these like little cherry guys walking around. You've got the present crab. He spawns around somewhere around here. I do like how you can see these guys out in the open. And while there are some bugs, like this guy cannot move up this ledge, I do think that it's a very nice thing to have. My final real, like, I guess, praise of this game is the fact that it's trying something new. Um, in general, it's not just like copying Lumion Legacy with everything they do, but whether it's between UI or battling everything, it's trying something new, and that's something I can respect. Kind of like what Doodle World did. And while Doodle World never really met Lumion Legacy's successes, again, I can respect that they tried something new and have forged their own niche because of it. But now we're going to have to go into the cons, and there is a lot of them, and that is unfortunately because this game is in early access. So naturally, there's gonna be some bugs. And one of the bugs was I was capturing this crab guy here actually, and the game kind of froze on the capture screen. I did capture the guy when I left and rejoined, and ended up having the crab still, but it's not something that should really be happening. Even if it is an early beta, they should be trying to patch major bugs like that. And hopefully, hopefully Sora and his crew can get that patched because it will really turn off some players from the game. Another thing is what I kind of point out in the open world. Sometimes these guys just get like stuck on ledges and stuff, and it kind of a bit jarring in general. Like, yeah, that guy got over, but sometimes you just see them stuck and walking, just like this blue guy here or that blue guy there. I don't know their names. Glowwoods. Overall, it's kind of iffy. Another complaint thing I have about it. Some of the Dex entries are like kind of poorly written. Like it's known as a Dragon of the East. Kinalite is very territorial. Con it's constantly looking or constantly on the lookout for danger and ready to strike at an instant. My informative say it's also known to snarl if it feels threatened. This thing is very wordy and it's not really worded out well. Instead they could have worded it something like known as the wood dragon of the east, this Kinalite is very territorial. It is known to snarl if it feels threatened, and that removes a huge chunk of this word salad while still writing nice. Towards this one, obviously just crab, and this one is kind of just not have a description. Obviously, not gonna have one for everything, but they're very wordy, and there's some grammar and spelling errors on the starters. But other than that, the only other real complaint is the world isn't really high detailed, but I don't really expect a really high detailed world from a demo. Um, overall, I do think this game has a lot of potential. As long as they can just continue chopping away at the game and fixing the bugs that come along, I do think that this game could have a very, very, very good chance of fighting against Lumion Legacy. It's just getting the game to where it needs to be. And I think that's the biggest part, or that's I think that's the biggest challenge that Sora and his team will see is just being able to stand up against Lumion Legacy because it already has its own fan base. It already has a decent chunk of the game, and even though Lumion Legacy has a lot of people like clowning on it all the time, it is ultimately going to be the biggest challenge for this game is just to match Lumion Legacy. Overall, I do think that this game, fuck, I already said that. Um, yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about, though. I do hope that Sora continues developing this game because, like I said, it has a ton of potential. Um, but overall, that's really all I got to talk about. If you guys enjoyed, like, subscribe, all that fun shit. Peace.